Yo, let me tell you, this first episode of Love Island did not come to disappoint. These Islanders came out swinging. So the episode starts off. Y'all know how when the season starts, they got to do the Islanders got to do that opening dance number. You know the. And most of them was stiff. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna give Anaya and Trinity some grace because Anaya was standing on top of that. What do you call them things? I forgot what you call it. The things you ride. I forgot what that was. But and Trinity was laying down, so they couldn't really do the moves full out like the way they wanted to. But everybody else was stiff. Can we talk about the way Mackenzie was moving on top of that bed? I was like, yes, bitch, you better work. Then I found out she was a competitive dancer. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Because I was watching her and I'm like, okay, so either she was a dancer or a cheerleader because she was hitting them splits and she was work. I'm like, okay, bitch, white girls can dance. Okay. So can we talk about how they let the Georgia girls in there first? I love that. I see y'all Love Island. So since that girl Vasana got kicked out, I thought they was gonna add a girl, but actually they cut a guy out. They just had five guys and five girls, and then they're gonna bring in Gabriel as a bombshell. But we gonna get back to him. Let's talk about how they did the coupling. I loved how they did this. Like they had them stand in front of the doors and all that. And then they got to make out. Everyone got to make out pretty much with everybody. It was very entertaining. Instead of them standing on top of a horse, be like, "Oh, I'm gonna run to this guy. I'm gonna run to this guy." It was way more entertaining. Then we find out Beatrice and Mr. Sexy Pants over here is some freaks. Y'all some nasty. So we got Beatrice and Officer Sexy Pants together. We got Bryce and Trinity together. I wasn't expecting that, but they did have some good chemistry. Then we had Kenzie and Zach together. Then we had who am I missing? Sincere and Melanie. Now I did feel bad for KC when he opened the door and there was no one there. I was like, oh shit. I was like, don't do my man Casey like that. Don't do him like that. But him and Anaya ended up together, so I think they'll really like each other. As far as Kenzie and Zach goes, I had a feeling that that wasn't gonna work out. Zach, he just wasn't feeling it at all. He pretty much was like, okay, Kenzie, you can share a bed with me, but don't touch me. So Trinity and Bryce are, they worried about the little age gap because there is a big age difference between them two. Trinity's the youngest and Bryce is the oldest out of the Islanders. So they like each other, but I guess that's kind of just like, Bryce is like, oh, I was born in 1995, and Trinity's like, oh, I was born in 2003. I was like, okay, first of all, 2000. Okay, so the next day comes and they play another game, pretty much behind the doors again. This time they Ariana asked them, stand on the green light thing if you want to stay in your relationship, stand on the red if you want to explore other connections. So I believe it was Beatrice and Trinity decided that they wanted to explore other connections. All the other girls stayed on the green. And we had Bryce and Zach. They stepped on the red. They want to explore different connections, and all the other guys, they stayed on the green. Then in comes the new bombshells. We got Gabriel and this girl named Kata. So when the bombshells came in, they stood next to Gabriel stood next to the girls, and Kata stood next to the guys. And they went up and made out with both people, and yeah. First of all, Gabriel, baby daddy, he walked up to Beatrice and was like, whoosh, and just started buttoning down his shirt. I ain't seen nothing wrong. And they start making out, and the girls are freaking the hell out. They're like, woo. Then Kata walks over to Zach. They start making out, and the guys are like, oh, shit. Then Gabriel walks over to Trinity, makes out with her. Oh, he completely takes his shirt off. He is really putting in work like a straight up slave. Then Kata walks over to Bryce and makes out with him. Child, the guys are tripping. And you know what? The next thing they do, Gabriel grabs Trinity and Beatrix. Kata grabs Zach and Bryce. And they go off. They just walk off to like the hideaway, whatever that room is. Kenzie is freaking the hell out. She's like, hold up, what? And everyone's just sitting there like, what happened? What just happened? And that's the end of the episode. Child, yo, like I said, these Islanders came out swinging, and I am here for it. This is about to be. We're gonna be very well entertained this season. We see tomorrow's episode, and Kenzie over there crying, and I'm like, oh Lord, honey, don't be like Kayla, please don't. Child, we just gonna have to see. What are y'all thoughts? What did y'all think?